Jesus makes it clear here in verse 29 through 30. Or how can one enter a strong man's house and plunder his goods unless he first binds the strong man, and then he will plunder his house? He who is not with me is against me, and he who does not gather with me scatters abroad. Jesus, in this statement, verse 30, and then going in following verse 31, Jesus makes it clear that the strong man in this is Jesus. Jesus is saying, I am the strong man. So place Jesus in that. Jesus is the strong man. And then he says, what you are doing, religious leaders, you are trying to come into my house, into my temple, and you're trying to tie me up. You're trying to tie the Spirit up, the Spirit of God up. You're trying to tie the ministry of what the Lord desires to do in people's life. You're trying to bind it. And so if you do that, by what you're doing, you are my enemy. Jesus is marking, this would have been excessively, this is cruel, what Jesus just said. Jesus is saying, you are my enemy if you do this. Verse 31, therefore, I say to you, every sin and blasphemy will be forgiven men, but the blasphemy against the Spirit will not be forgiven men. Anyone who speaks a word against the Son of Man, it will be forgiven him. But whoever speaks against the Holy Spirit, it will not be forgiven him, either in this age or in the age to come. Jesus is saying here that a divided kingdom, what a divided church looks like. A divided church looks to where people come in and want and desire the Lord, but then others come in and say, no, it's works. That's a divided church. Desperation to receive personal attention and not pointing others to Jesus. That's what the Pharisees and Sadducees wanted. Verse 30 through 32, there is a free will, Jesus says here, to reject the work of the Holy Spirit. There's a free will to reject God's work.